This is the Sandwich Cop, and welcome to the dawn of a new series, the Sandwich CopCast in Pickle Protocol. Welcome back to the podcast series, but usually we are branded as the Bob the Cheeseburger Podcast. However, we took an interesting spin toward one of our mini-movies, Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit, and this podcast is going to be themed after the specifically accurate mentioned by me small film.
Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit, available to watch on the official Bob the Cheeseburger YouTube channel, which funny enough is where you're watching this podcast right now, so if you're on the right channel anyway. Also look out for the Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit 2, Theft of the Water Bottle, or something like that, we are not sure, yet copyright pending.
So anyway, I should probably introduce Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit to those who have not seen it yet, of course, without spoilers. Of course. For the sake of our shareholders, we are legally obligated to mention this. But to no worries, because this podcast is going to be super, duper, awesomely epic? We'll see about it when we're done. But great things are to be seen. Seriously, we need the views, so we will go out of business and be forced to work at a local fast food joint. But that's not important. What is important is that we are about to get started after a long series of paragraphs in the script.
Thank you, scriptwriter, aka me.
First topic is, as I am the official Sandwich Cop, sandwich pending, I am glad to inform you that the Water Fountain Bandit is safely in prison, and I am not at all hinting that he will escape in the sequel. Sequel impending. But now, due to me not thinking of any ideas, we are going to do the
Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit quiz!
Are you ready to test your worthiness and how many brain cells are occupied in your liver?
Wait a minute. What do you mean in my liver?
But that is irrelevant! Now, it's time to begin the quiz. We've got an announcer. Water Fountain Bandit. Here we go, folks. And
Here's the quiz. There were a hidden number of Minion plushies hidden in the various scenes of Sandwich Cop and the Water Fountain Bandit. How many Minions were there hidden in total in the mini-movie? Option 1, 5 Minions. Option 2, 7 Minions. Option 3, 13 Minions. Option 4, 10 Minions. Or Option 5, 2 Minions. How many Minions did you find?
And the answer was 10 minions. Yes, there are unintentionally 10 minions hidden in the various scenes. Yes, exactly 10. Let's rush over to question 2. Right after this quick commercial break.
This segment has been sponsored by Big Water Incorporated. Do you drink liquid? Is that liquid sometimes water? Then you need the all-new Water Premium. For only $100 a bottle, 1 liter, you get the same taste of water, but with all new ingredients like fish pee. Product may or may not contain water.
Wow, what an amazing advertisement by Big Water Incorporated. Back to the podcast now.
Question 2. What weapon did the Sandwich Cop use against the Water Fountain Bandit? Option 1, his mallet. Option 2, a sword. Option 3, a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly. Or Option 4, his own cop hat.
And the answer was option 5, 16 minions. Congratulations to who got that one.
What? There was no option 5.
But the first question had 5 questions. Why didn't this one? Fine. The real answer was actually Option 4. Yes, I used my own Sandwich CopPad while the Water Fountain Bandit actually had a machete.
But how does that make any sense?
Hats beat machetes, okay? Anyway, here's the final question, but this question has a twist. For each question you have already answered correctly, you gain a title. Getting one wrong does nothing, so you do actually keep your title, but you do not advance to the next higher and cooler title, and meaning you miss your opportunity. This question houses a choice for you. If you are confident that you can get this question right, you can bet that you shall get it right. If you do so, and if you get this one right, you automatically gain the best, most gloriful grand title,
The Supreme Cheeseburgerist.
But, however, if you do fail to answer it correctly with your bet, you will automatically be gaining the Cursed title, sacrificing all other titles you've accomplished thus far.
The deprived yet confident turdlet.
This is your time to decide. Will you take the gamble?
Question 3, the final question. What was the main motive of Sandwich Cop attempting to stop the Water Fountain Bandit? Option 1, an all-you-can-eat sandwich buffet. Option 2, out of pure justice because stealing the water fountains is an awful sin. Option 3, because to get the true master bad guy, the Sandwich Cop has to get through the Water Fountain Bandit for information. Option 4, death. Option 5, so the sandwich had water to be hydrated and not be stale. Option 6, due to a vendetta the Sandwich Cop has had because the Water Fountain Bandit stole the water fountain from the Sandwich Cop's favorite sandwich shop. That water fountain wasn't just plumbing. It was a symbol of peace, hydration, and the perfect complement to a spicy pastrami on rye. Without it, the shop had lost its charm, and the Sandwich Cop lost his lunchtime sanctuary.
Well, it would appear that the answer is an all-you-can-eat sandwich buffet. Thank you for answering the final question. Let's get down to the rankings. Well, that's all for the questions. Here are your titles based on how many you got right. But before we get into that all title claiming whatchamacallit, we still have one last crazy commercial break. So let's get right to it. This podcast is sponsored by
Gwen Goodspeed Speedy Fast Food Delivery, trademarked. Have you ever ordered food which is claimed to be fast, but in reality you almost starved to death because the food took its sweet potato time? Well, look no further. This is Gwen Goodspeed Speedy Fast Food Delivery, where we own the claim Fast Food Delivery, trademark pending. Any food you desire, cheeseburgers, pasta, pizza, moldy sauce.
Whoa, well, that cuts that short. We don't need to sell my moldy sock secret recipe. Garbage palace cheese. Well, now getting into the title shenanigans. Here we go, folks. 0 questions answered correctly. The lone pastrami hobo. 1 question answered correctly. The low-grade meat sauce. Or, if you want, the sandwich. Take your pick, depending if it's Halloween or not. 2 questions answered correctly. The chicken tender delight. 3 questions answered correctly, which is all of the questions. The Club Sandwich King. If you successfully completed the gamble, you get to be
The Supreme Cheeseburgerist.
But if you failed the gamble, you are the
Deprived yet confident turdlet.
That is a detrimental loss. That said, congratulations of how far you got, and thank you for taking this short quiz. Well, thank you for tuning in to this podcast. We'll have to see you next time, and tell me if you want to see more of these types of podcasts instead of the normal Bob the Cheeseburger podcast. Catch you later. And thank you for watching.